Welcome back, guys. The second half of this incredible Thursday night football RXFL game. We are kicking off week number 14 in the rain in London on Thursday night. And if you didn't see the first half, if you're just joining us live on Twitch, if you're just tuning in on YouTube for the second half, you want to watch the first half. We had an incredible first half. You see it there in the title. We had 7 drives that resulted in 6 touchdowns and a field goal. We technically had our first stop at the end of the first half when the Hail Mary fell short, but it has been all offense in this ball game, and we're going to see any defensive adjustments, or is it going to be more of the same? Well, there's a good start if you're an Aviators fan. So glad to have you guys aboard. Thank you for tuning in. TV Sports 27, if you're watching on Twitch, join in the chat. A few of you guys I see the comments popping up. You joining in. Thank you guys so much for joining along with us. Chat along live with us, twitch.tv/TV Sports 27. Appreciate you guys joining in. I see you, K Duckman, in the chat, one of our Patreon Ultra fans. Thank you so much for being a part of the action, my friend. Hit the follow button if you're watching on Twitch. We got about 20% of the followers on Twitch that we do on YouTube. So let's get those Twitch numbers up. And there you go. That's going to be the first defensive stop, if you don't count the end of the first half, in this ball game here. The defensive adjustments already going down for Columbus. If you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you being here as well. Leave a comment, hit the thumbs up, and subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. If you are a subscriber and you're watching along, do us a favor and hit the thumbs up button, because that helps us out in a big way with the old YouTube, the big bad nasty YouTube algorithm. And everyone on Twitch and YouTube, consider checking us out at patreon.com/TV Sports 27. Link in the comment down below. And we appreciate you guys. And your support helps keep this channel alive. We can keep doing this as long as we get the subs, the thumbs up, and the support from you guys. So we appreciate it every single time. Thank you guys so much. And for those who are on YouTube, you can check out our donations tab, and we'll give, of course, shout out to all our Ko-Fi donators. So we're happy to do that. Look at Kellen Winslow. And the Monarchs are coming on the field there. We'll shout you out. Any super chat or donations that come through, we're going to shout you out and read your message on the stream. So if you want to get a little shout out there, if you want to leave a message, if you want to promote a social media or an event or something coming up, do consider checking out the donation or tips page on Twitch, or leaving a superfan comment on YouTube. A super chat. Super fans for Patreon. Joe Montana. Bo Jackson. Spin move.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
We'll do our Patreon shout-outs here off the top to wrap up the plugs. Big thank you to our mega fan, Justin Russell, Mr. Maple, Jonathan Harrigan, and Kay Duckman. Thank you guys so much for being Patreon subscribers, and we appreciate your support. We cannot thank each and every one of you enough. Getting a lot of good feedback on the XHL. We've been trying to modify those sliders so we don't have guys just bumping all over the ice. It's like madness out there, but hopefully we've gotten into a somewhat good point. But if you guys have been following our XHL, which is essentially this league, it's essentially football, but for hockey with the legends. And one big difference is there's no rules. So hockey with no rules. Checking, slashing, tripping, no blue line, no offsides, no interference. It's just chaos. But we had sliders that were just having players just bounce all over the place. So we think we may have gotten that adjusted. But, well, like we said, we've been having a lot of good feedback for our XHL stuff, and we got more to come with you guys. So we're almost a fourth of the way through the season, because we'll be doing Game 5 next in the XHL. So that is a Patreon exclusive series over there. Meanwhile, another successful drive for the Columbus Aviators. And there's a touchdown. Trying to think, last time we streamed the Aviators, didn't they? I think it was a pretty rough loss, wasn't it? I'm trying to remember now. I'll have to maybe look at the schedule. But either way, they're looking good right now, and that gives them a huge advantage because they got the defensive stop. Now they got the touchdown.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
Yeah, that's right. I'm looking now. The last time we saw the Aviators was on Thursday night, and they got upset by the Chicago Cougars. So how about that? We've also seen the Aviators and the Marshals go at it recently. We've had a lot of Aviators games on the channel. Looking now at some of the other games we've done recently. Aviators and Benjamins. Aviators have gotten quite a bit of love here on the channel. Good mix.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
I see you in the chat. Go Bus.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Go Bus in the chat.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a
Well, how about the Monarchs slowing down a little bit offensively? Elway going deep. Tim Brown. And there's your first turnover of the game. Wow.
Struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
Well, this could be the thing, especially if the offense, and that seems to happen so much in this game. This seems to be the lesser of all the Madden evils of late, because I know 21, 22, 23, all pretty notoriously bad. That's why we're still playing on Madden 20. That's why we're playing, I know, an older Madden, but I've heard nothing but terrible things about the newer Maddens. But that seems to happen a lot in this game where you have one-on-one coverage and you throw it up and your receiver just always seems to get beat, like every time. Like it doesn't seem like it's much of a 50-50 like it should be. It's always your guy getting beat, so that's kind of disappointing, but this is a big opportunity for the Aviators here. And there we go, a defensive stop for the Monarchs. So defense here in the second half. Someone's going to see the headline with all the scoring and tune in and be like, where'd the scoring go?
Exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum.
Really good field position. Pardon me, I'm still getting over being ill, so you gotta bear with me here.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious.
Play fake, Elway, plenty of room, and another drop. I mean, that was a solid hit. Ooh.
My replacement may get an opportunity.
Amos laid out Kelsey, and Kelsey coming off the field injured. So a lot of drop passes. That's been the thing that's been plaguing the London Monarchs in this game. And Elway is going to take a shot. Robicelli is going to get his second sack in this game. And it's a fractured forearm. That hurts. What a hit. I mean, Kelsey's a big guy, too, so his forearm to get shattered like that, that was some hit that was delivered on. And now London again. Here we go, one-on-one. Let's see, is it going to be an interception? Almost. How is that not like, am I crazy? Someone comment. maybe I need to turn down. I don't know. Is there like a defensive reaction slider? Because it just seems like when it's 50-50 like that, it should be more 50-50. And it seems like if you chuck it up one-on-one, 90-95% of the time it's going to be intercepted. But it's still so hard. Like, knowing that, I still hit the button to throw it up there. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you still see it and your eyes light up, and you're like, that's going to be it. But then it's not it. Boy, oh boy. Offenses have slacked off in the second half here.
No errors, right? Not turning it over and just doing all the right things. That's leadership.
Bo Jackson barely gets a handful. Nickerson.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with
3rd and 7. And you imagine this is going to be a passing play here for Columbus. Wide open, Kellen Winslow. First down.
That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. 5th catch of the game.
The 95 receiving yards for Kellen Winslow. Listening to the commentators in the background when I'm not yapping, because you'll get some little statistical perks that they don't put up on the screen. I wish there were more stat overlays, like 2K5.
Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to.
Only one touchdown in this quarter after we had.
To me, it's a lot like a no-hitter, right?
See, I would have thrown it to square. I didn't do it because I didn't trust it. If this wasn't Madden, see, here are my options. Look at this. Everyone's covered. Like, everybody's covered. Like, I guess I could have dumped it off there. I didn't see that. But I was looking right here. I was looking at the man going down the field. And I hesitated. Because if I make that throw, there's a good chance that's intercepted instead of that being a 50-50 play. Let's try it. We're so deep. If I get one-on-one, I'm going to throw it up. And I'm going to see if it gets intercepted just to test the theory. I'm going 4 vertical here. So let's see. Let's see. Do we got a one-on-one right here on the outside? This should be a 50-50 play. Intercepted. What'd I tell you? Oh, this game. Oh, my God. And I love football, so I'm playing football, but oh, my God. It's so bad. A 50-50 play. Intercepted. Look at this. And I realize he tipped it, but it's like, why is my receiver not going up and making a play on the ball? Like, you know what I mean? Like, 50-50 here. Like, why is... Look at this. Why is my receiver doing this thing? Like, trying to dive for it. Instead, like, that should be my receiver going up and making a play on. And I'm hitting, like, you can see it, like, rewind it back. If you're on YouTube, you can really see it. Rewind it back. I'm hitting the aggression button. So it's like, they should be going up and making a play on the ball. But they're just not. But that's, you know, it's not real football. It's Madden. But this is what we got, you know. I don't know. We could go back and play 2K5 or something. Because, I mean, they have the creative teams in there. Like, these are all presets, right? I'm doing this because it's easy to stream off the PS4, but... Is there a better... Like, I'm open for playing any older Madden. Is there a better Madden that's less... You know, I really like Madden 12. I did enjoy Madden 12, although Madden 12 was a glitchy mess because it had the rookies that came in with the huge shoulder pads that never got fixed, which was annoying. They also had the problem with, like, superhuman linebackers that would jump up and intercept the ball with one hand. But a lot of my old content that's going up on... Oh, that was a 3 and out, huh? That really sucked. A lot of my older content from my old YouTube going up on Patreon is from Madden 12, so you can kind of see that stuff over there. But I did like Madden 12. I played Madden 25 and hated it. It was... The tackling animations were just gross. And I don't remember if I played any other Madden in that time, because I pretty much went from 12 straight to this one. It was my roommate that had 25 that I had played, but I never really played any other. So if there's any other Madden on PS4, you know, we'd have to use older rosters or whatever. Let me know, because what's the most realistic Madden that's on PS4? Like, obviously, a lot of people say Madden 08 is one of the best, and they say Madden 05 was pretty good. But let me know. Or we just power it out, knowing that we're playing a game that's technically not like how football is supposed to do, but we know, and we got to play it how the Madden gods want us to play it, if you will. Montana, though, looking to put the clincher on this one. You got to feel bad if you're the Monarchs, or if you're a Monarchs fan. I mean, the Monarchs, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns in the first half. They got a big 0 on the scoreboard in the second half. So halftime adjustments. Man, see, that was another one. I think I'm more self-conscious about it right now. But again, if this wasn't Madden, I think I would have taken a shot here. Like, I was looking at him, but I didn't. But you see me hesitate because I had such a fear. Like, if this is real football, I'm throwing the ball here and hitting this guy for a touchdown. But my fear is because the play is designed for the receiver to make a cut and go here. My fear was, in that moment, if I hit the button, he doesn't throw the ball here. He throws the ball here, which I've seen happen a million times in this game, and that's an interception. Or I throw the ball, and this guy stops on a dime and runs over and catches it rather than gunning it in. So that's why I kind of hesitated. Everyone else is covered. That's holding right there, so that should have been a flag that didn't get thrown, and that's why we got sacked. So, in case you're wondering what happened on that play, I'm calling it out, man. I'm in the mood. You know, we're full of it today. We're full of this. Calling them down.
Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Up the middle. Oh, outside Bo Jackson. Oh my God, and my microphone almost went flying. Thanks to Luna Cap, the official mascot of TV Sports 27. Luna, no. We got the cable now. God. She's ready to play. We'll get to it. 6 minutes, we'll start playing, huh? 3rd and 4 here. Montana. Incomplete. More defense. Wow. This is the exact opposite of what we got in the first half. Defensive adjustments. Give us the XFL cameras in the locker room here. We'll have to see. It's a 2-touchdown game. We set up onside kicks where we put the opposing team in normal kick return mode to possibly... God, if you hear the microphone bouncing around, that's Luna. To give the kicking team more of a chance to recover it, because I don't think I've ever recovered an onside kick in this game. You saw at the bottom of the screen there, we got Mexico City and Chicago. You guys remember, if you guys don't remember how that first meeting went down, because they are in the same division, they're in the National North. I know Mexico City in the North, but that's just where the open spot was when we got down to that relocation team. And you can't pick divisions in Madden. You literally just you replace the team. So if I put Toronto and I replace them with the Houston Texans, they'd be in the AFC South, right? It's stupid, but that's also Madden. So Elway dropping back. There you go. First down, Dante Lavelli. So anyway, all that to be said, what we were talking about, onside kicks. I don't think I've done a successful onside kick in this entire game, but we were talking about the rematch, yes. The Chicago and Mexico City. I encourage all of you guys, if you're watching on YouTube, after the conclusion of this one, if you're hungry, if you want more action, there's a rare catch from Tim Brown, who was just dropping everything. I encourage you guys to go into the archives and watch the first meeting between Mexico City and Chicago. An incredible game that came down to the wire. A game that perhaps should have gone into overtime, but it didn't. And if you want to see what happened and why that game didn't go into overtime, you'll want to go into the archives and check out that replay. One of the games of the year. You're getting the rematch here in Week 14 of the RXFL, so stay tuned for that. Boy, nothing just opening for Elway on these last couple of drives, and he's tried to run it a couple times in this game, and he's been held in containment, so job well done by this Aviator defense. 3rd and 6 here for Elway, and there's your first down to Ed McCaffrey. They are not going to give it to him. Wow. He was right there, and the refs say no. Well, they're in the eye, and the plays that Madden gave us, because easy first down. We just mash if we control offense on both sides, but I literally take my hand and put the fingers on X, square, and triangle and mash them down at the same time. So I have a look at the 3 plays, but I don't know what the play is going to be. It's a random pick on defense. I just mash the controller down. That was a 4th and inches, and the 3 suggested plays that Madden gave were all like nickel formations, it looked like. So that's why I was like, okay, it's going to be easy first down. Like, see, I'm putting my finger and I'm just mashing them down, and I don't even know what play it's going to be. It's either going to be a blitz or it's going to be a cover one. I know it's going to be one of them, but it's just a little inside, little tricks of the trade. Again, nothing really open, so Elway has got to run it here. He gets the first down, and he gets drilled out of bounds by Richard Sherman. That may have been a flag in the NFL, but not here in the RXFL. This is going to be a disappointing if it does end up being a loss for the London Monarchs here, considering where they've been on the year. Just 2 losses, the 1 tie, and the way they've been dominating to come in here, and a team that just got embarrassed not that long ago against the Cougars. But, you know, it's Joe Montana. It's Montana and Elway. It's a classic rivalry. Classic. The bus takes it. Going for the corner. And the man that delivers injuries to guys comes in and gets the tackle. Omas. No, not Omas. Elway. Oh, are you kidding me? 50% completion percentage for Elway, and I would dare say 25% of those 50% incompletions were on drop passes. Blame the rain, blame what you want, but my goodness, and they're just holding left and right. So Elway is going to take it in himself. Touchdown, Monarchs. 33 and a third percent chance. You got 144% chance of beating me, because the numbers don't lie at Sacrifice, Samojo. All right, onside. Now, what do you guys think? In the comments, in the chat, I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know. Should they go ahead and go for the onside kick now, or knowing you have all 3 timeouts? People are saying onside kick. Knowing that you have all 3 timeouts in your grasp, do you kick it deep and try to play defense? It's a tough decision because it's how good Columbus has been on offense. I think if this is a more low-scoring game, you don't go for the onside kick this early. But I mean, the people in the comments said do it. Let's see. Onside kick. Vinatieri. And it doesn't happen. Another unsuccessful onside kick. But they can still hold them. Let's see what happens here. do the Monarchs have one last gasp in them? That's always going to be my favorite call. And I realize, Nick Castellanos hits the home run. I get it. The guy. But as a Boise State fan, that final call, I've watched that play more times than I can count. And that's always going to be, for me, the team that's trailing. They have one last, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, Hook and Ladder, Fiesta Bowl 07, look it up. One last gasp for the Broncos, one last gasp for the Monarchs. And they're going to take the timeout, so first down, which hurts. And it's going to put the Aviators in field goal range here. You have to think that this is going to be an easy field goal. If you're London, now you got to think about, do you consider letting the Aviators score on purpose? Because they're going to just take the clock down now. You can only stop it one more time. Do you allow the Aviators to score purposely here and then try to score 2 times, get the onside kick, versus if you sit here and try to hold it, you got to score twice anyway because they're going to get the field goal. So that is a debate, but we're going to see. 3rd and 2. First down most likely wins it here for the Aviators. Oh, and they get the stop. So time is going to tick down. Columbus will take the field goal to make it a 2-score game here. And that's going to leave minimal time on the clock here for the Monarchs to answer back.
I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
And of course, in classic Madden, the clock, just sneaks it in. I guess I didn't have it on chewing clock mode, so I'll cut him a little bit of slack. I'm being hard on the game, aren't I? It is fun. At points, it's fun. You got to point out the frustrating moments because it's something that all Madden fans have been frustrated with for many, many, many years. But, But we'll see. How do the Monarchs answer? Ooh, the Cubs game is on TBS tonight.
So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now.
Intercepted. Unbelievable. Another one-on-one play where your player doesn't go for it. Casey Hayward picks it off. And the Columbus Aviators, a week after an upset loss at the hands of the Chicago Cougars, they respond. They get the victory here on the road Thursday night in London. Incredible game by Joe Montana, and it's going to be victory here. So the Monarchs are not going to clinch a playoff spot just yet, unless a bunch of other teams in front of them lose. And the Aviators are going to, for at least a couple of days, they're going to be sitting all alone in first place, hoping the teams just underneath them come up short. Who else in their division? Was it the Dallas Desperados, the Benjamins? They got those teams on their tail. So we know we got the Desperados and the Aftershock on Patreon's Sunday Night Football exclusive. But guys, 37-28, the Columbus Aviators, Joe Montana, take a step closer to the postseason, take a step closer to a division crown. Ladies and gentlemen, a frustrated head coach cannot believe his luck. It is a victory for the Aviators, a loss for the London Monarchs. And that is going to wrap things up, guys. We are going to... Man, it seems like the stats are so low. I don't know, it felt like it was pretty normal. I guess the defense has really stepped up. A lot of rushing yards with the passing yards. It seemed like they're a lot higher for the amount of scoring we had. Elway's frustrated. He's mad. He was in a Revolution Bowl. He took the Oklahoma City Bandits there. Only 195 for Elway, 227. Why did it only said like 100 passing yards, didn't it, on the stats? Or did I completely miss it? It seemed like it was really low, but Montana had 227. I'm going to have to rewind that back and look at that, make sure I'm not crazy. But either way, Bo Jackson, 159 on the ground. We didn't even talk about his good day. Man, my goodness. So that's going to do it. Again, we will... I think I might... I'll listen to the feedback, but I might do like a recap video, and that'll make it easier for you guys too. So keep the games as one video, and then we'll do the standings, we'll do the score recaps, and the stats as like a separate video for you guys. So it'll... that way, in the future, you guys will know I can go right to the standings and stats video and look at it, rather than having to always figure out what the last game of the week is and all that, because especially with the YouTube algorithm, we got to do some clever naming, so I think we'll do that. We're learning as we go along. Thank you guys for tuning in for this. No stream tomorrow. It's AEW Wednesday, so we'll be doing that. Probably, most likely, be back on Thursday, and when we're back, we'll do our next, RXFL game, which would be Chicago and Mexico City, I believe, the early game. And then stay tuned this weekend. We're going to do our Denver Broncos franchise, and we got more WWE 2K Universe mode coming your way. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Follow on Twitch, subscribe, thumbs up on YouTube, and check us out at patreon.com/tvsports27. You guys are the best. Best fans in all of YouTube. Aviators, 37. Monarchs, 28. Final.